Legacy in Motion is brought to you by Bina Pavel, your sustainability, our business. Sunway Business School, fortune favors the prepared mind.
Hi, welcome to Legacy in Motion. I am Dr. Jesrina.
And I'm Dr. Leilanie, and today we have a very special guest, Mr. Michael Liew, Business Director of Marrybrown Malaysia. So Michael, can you share a little bit about, of yourself, introduce of yourself, a little bit about the history of Marrybrown?
Well, first of all, thank you for invitation, Dr. Jesrina and Dr. Leilanie. Very exciting to be here from your broadcast. I'm Michael from the family of Marrybrown Restaurants fast food chain. I'm the second generation management team for the brand.
Okay, so perhaps walk us down the history. I don't know when it started, how it started. We understand your mother is very much involved in the formation of Marrybrown. Can you share with us?
So my parents started the brand in 1981 together with my father. My dad now is the chairman and my mom is the group managing director. They're the founders of the brand. We started in 1981 in a commercial street called Jalan Wang Afok in Johor Bahru. From there, we did quite a number of stores expansion in the 80s. Started, of course, with our family and friends. That time, we don't know that it was franchising, but we did a lot of expansion. And in the 90s, also thanks to Tun Mahathir, he brought in the franchising system. He set up the franchising law. And our brand was the first F&B to register ourselves as franchising brand and company. So we are very proud that we are actually the first one to be in the country to be recognized as a franchising brand.
And you are now the second generation member of Marrybrown. Perhaps you want to also share with us the legacy transfer that happened in Marrybrown.
Is a 44 years brand. We're going to celebrate 45 years next year.
Nice.
I will not say there is a transition because we came in quite early in the company, and myself and my two other brothers, the three of us are in the business. We've been, I would say, participating and living the brand for quite some time, and we've seen it grow from a local, small little state, from Johor Bahru to Johor, and then to 50, 100. Right now we have 250 stores. We are part and parcel of the growth of the brand. We are, so some second generation is very involved with the development of the brand. So yes, we are second gen in terms of generation, but we see it grow in a different light. We know the difficulties. We have been very understanding that it's not an easy climb because as we all know, there's a lot of international fast food players. And coming from Malaysia, I think we are the only one that's able to compete on the same platform as them. So right now, we are still ongoing, working with our parents, guiding us and fighting the market share. Because what we are seeing right now is other than, of course, making money, making profit and making revenue, we want to make sure that we are a very proud Malaysian brand, proud to be out there and representing the country.
That's really nice.
Yeah, so we understand that Marrybrown is one of the first fast food chain that has halal certification.
That's right.
Right. So how does that impact not just of course in Malaysia, we must have, it's good to have fast food chain with halal certification. But in terms of your strategies to go overseas, you are now in...
How does it impact the overseas
correct,
revenue?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So Malaysia, following the international demand, we came out with a lot of franchise halal certificate and halal recognition. So Malaysia is actually number one in terms of halal standards. That's what we are very proud of as well.
Right.
And we also one of the first few F&B to go into the halal. I would say in the late 90s to early 2000s, because the government wanted us to be there as soon as possible. But we already started foot towards international in the early 2000s. What we see is like this, because we are still a Muslim country, we have to cater to the majority of our customers.
Right.
Not a big issue. And in Malaysia is a very understanding country. We have a big cultural pot of the Malay, the Chinese and Indian. Actually, we are so blessed. We have so many cultural background. When we go overseas, right, they find it weird that a Chinese guy can understand the Indian food. This is one of the countries that we come from. We are very culturally brought up, and we have a lot of exposure. So with that, does it help our business? I think definitely. So the country has helped us a lot. The government has helped us a lot. Just now we were talking about franchising. We've been recognized by the government. Now we've been recognized by the government for the halal standards. So we bring two certificates out and you put it in your display in your business and say we are endorsed by the government in terms of franchising, in terms of halal. Because we're doing franchising business, right? It's easier for us to explain to them that we have this kind of certificate and endorsement. If you feel that you are uncomfortable, you want our country government agency to explain to you, are these companies like Marrybrown, is it what they call it, genuine? Right. They'll sign. We can show you the documentation and all this. So I believe that it helps us a lot. Even so, I will even mention Ministry of International Trade under the arm Trade, right? Yeah. They are going overseas. They established so many offices. They are also proud to also use Marrybrown to represent the country's, strength in establishing a restaurant and bring out Malaysian products. Because as a restaurant chain, when we go overseas, we also bring local products overseas. Like for example, we use our Malaysian produce sauces, breading and flavor. These are the ones they also represent doing business with international. They we can prove to them Malaysia also have good products, quality products to be exported overseas.
Okay. I'm just curious, Michael. You have in Cambodia, in Australia. Are they also halal in those countries? Or?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
To be frank, we have about 16 countries currently established Marrybrown franchise or international franchise. We have in the pipeline anytime 3 to 5 countries coming soon. Not all are Muslim countries. I will give you an example. Myanmar, we've been there for more than 15 years. Myanmar is actually a Buddhist country. They did not demand or request for halal. Yeah. But let's put it this way, now it's an international where everybody can travel everywhere. It's a very well-traveled and very open country, worldwide situation where, there's a lot of people moving around, including Muslims travelers, Muslim customers. So when the franchisee bought our franchise, they say, they didn't ask us to be a non-halal. They just say, continue to do what you do.
Right.
And if you can make it halal, go for it. Which means, on top of, that means you have a fast food chain in Myanmar, not only providing food that you can afford, that you like, you can also assure that I can cater for the Muslim travelers and communities.
Right, yeah.
It may be very small, we agree. Same like the situation where we open up in Melbourne, Victoria. It's also a Christian country, right? We all know that it's a Christian country. But we still insist our chicken is halal. We have a certificate from the local authority. That means the government actually recognizes this slaughterhouse is actually a halal, and they provide a cert that we display in the restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the Consulate of Malaysia, based in Melbourne, was appreciative when they came to officiate by the past minister who has passed away, Minister Dato' Salahuddin, Ministry of Domestic Trade. He came and officiate our first store opening, which we really appreciate that the ministry spent a lot of effort to promote our brand in Australia.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
So just to also ask about Marrybrown and how it maintains the local identity competing with international giants.
Yep. There is so many big brands. We also recognize their strength as well. There's a lot of market share, competition, all this. We differentiate ourselves with a few key elements. The first one is that because we are Malaysian, fast food is always about fried chicken, burger, fries, right? This is very common. We insist, our founders insist to have an element of within 30 to 50% Malaysianized and Asian influence in the menu. For example, in Australia, going back to that, because that's pretty recent, that's about 2 years ago, that we asked the franchisees, would you like to have a customized menu for the local market? Because there's a lot of Caucasians, not all Asians. Say, no, bring the Malaysian menu that you have. And in the Malaysian menu, we have nasi lemak, which is one of our top seller. We have nasi kandar, right? We have curry mee. We have even bubur ayam, which is very fascinating. And when we were brought there, right, of course, my founders and the franchisee, we always worry that it may not be accepted.
Correct,
But
yeah.
the day that we launched, for the next 6 months in Melbourne, there was a long queue. You'll be surprised that the demand for even samba, we need to bring in number of shipments to fulfill the demand.
Wow.
Samba, which means there's a lot of cultural understanding.
Correct.
There's a lot of cultural, they're exposed to the culture of food in Southeast Asia. So first thing first is spiciness. We are worried about Southeast Asia, a lot of spiciness. They're okay with the spiciness, no problem. And they're exposed with Malaysian nasi lemak. They know that this is the coconut rice. Coconut rice, another interesting product is that not everywhere eat coconut rice because it's still a milk-based kind of, but it's well accepted in Australia. So it again proved that Malaysian products, Malaysian culture, Malaysian lifestyle is well received overseas, and we're happy to be representing the country, bringing our products overseas.
Yeah. So between nasi lemak and nasi kandar, which one do you like better?
Oh, I like both. I'm a rice person.
Okay.
Look at my size.
Yeah.
I need rice every day, lah. I need rice every day. I need my fried chicken every day. I'm not joking that I do eat fried chicken every day. Because I believe in my product. I believe that first it's fresh. It's a chilled product. It's fresh product. So of course, don't eat everything in moderation, lah.
Right.
And don't over indulge. But our food can be taken every day. So that's what we are building forward as well. That's why we have to believe in our product, in our menu, and so that our customers can believe in us. Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you want to continue to approach any research and development with your food or any other manner of innovation to stay globally relevant?
I need to fall back a little bit on the Malaysian culture and lifestyle, right? To me, because we've seen a lot of fantastic cultural export, like the Japanese food, the Thai food. These are the two most common, of course, like the Chinese food as well. I think that Malaysian food is time for us to shine. So we insist to put a lot of element of Malaysian food inside. I think a lot of brands like even Secret Recipe, because I met their expansion in Manila, Philippines recently. They also brought the same thing, which I think is fantastic. When we do business, of course, again, we want to talk about revenue and profit, but we also want to be seen as we have the culture coming from where we are. Where do we origin from? In fact, right now, we have a few campaigns. We are relaunching a few very important items. It might seem not important for everyone, but for us, for example, curry mee. We have curry mee in our menu for a long time, but our CEO feels that it's time to revamp the product, make it better, push it forward again, and let the customers feel that this is our national dish. Because every race have curry mee. So I think that the R&D still falls back to where you come from. And in a national level and an international platform, we have seen that food is no longer driven by the standard fast food menu. When we say standard fast food menu, that means like burgers. What kind of different kind of taste of burgers, like cheeseburger or whatever burger you have, or fried chicken or fillets, is actually the cultural input, the cultural injection of what you can into the menu that brings story for you. So our story is where? It's from Malaysia. So we are bringing that into our menu. That's where the innovation comes from. Yeah.
I like the story element of it, the culture element of it. Yeah.
So I want to take us to last year.
Yep.
I think last year has been such a wonderful achievement for Marrybrown. If I can read, some of the achievements like the iconic franchise award at the Malaysia Franchise Award 2024, Top Employer of the Year 2024, Putra Arya Brand Award 2023 and 2024.
Yep.
So, all this celebration and glorious achievement takes a lot of hard work at the back end,
Yes.
right? Can you share with us a little bit, what it takes to achieve all this?
So the team has been working quite strongly behind the scenes. During COVID, I'm sure Dr. Leilanie, you know me quite well, that our company has been growing tremendously, especially during crisis. And I tune back a little bit to the COVID period because that's where these 4 or 5 years, right, a lot of the market movement and change in the business world has changed, because COVID has proven that if you are good, you are resilient, the company and business will stay. And for Marrybrown, we actually thrive in crisis. We did very well. We did a lot of franchising expansion, a lot of stores expansion. Where our turnover, our annual turnover has been quite strong as well. My boss is very happy, of course. With that, we have been approached for a number of awards. So the three awards that you mentioned, the first one is actually from Malaysia Franchise Association. They told us that you have been getting so much Best Franchise Award. I think the recent one is in 2023. They told us that I think maybe you should let others run. I mean, that's a joke.
Yes.
But they feel that it's time for us to give us an icon award to show to the other companies and brands, these are the guys that is your benchmark, and we want to build a good franchise system. Look at Marrybrown. How do they do it? How do they support their investors and franchisees? So that's why they gave us an icon award to my founder. That we are very proud. So the second award was the HR award by, I can't remember which company. I think it's Job Street or they were looking around that which company has been doing well through COVID up to the point of 2023, 2024. We didn't remove anyone during COVID.
Okay.
Nice.
Those one or two that didn't come, of course, because of family issue, but I would say more than 99% of our staff stay put. We still pay them. And just now I was saying that we're doing quite well during COVID, right? So we didn't reduce salary. You know how COVID sometimes the business say, I'm not doing too well. I need to cut off some salary, maybe 30% here, 40% here. Our founders, which is my boss, and say, actually we're doing well. Then why are you cutting salary? Okay, that makes sense. So we didn't do anything of that. So I guess that gave us a way to win an award for the best employer award. So the third one was Putra. The Putra award is actually by the consumer survey. You cannot buy your way through. They select you, they see how you're exposed, and we didn't submit anything. We didn't sign any form and all this. And they say, suddenly they came to us in 2023 and say, hey guys, I think you're well recognized, which is a big shout out to my marketing team. They did a fantastic job throughout COVID. That means we do so much job, after COVID, then they say, hey, I think I see you in COVID. Doing well. That's why 2023 they give you the award. Then 2024 they give you another award, which I think our marketing team, our chief marketing officer, Lynn, she did a fantastic of leading the team. It was very tough during the crisis period. I think everybody is aware. But we have managed to make ourselves known. Our business grew very well. And right now, we are still riding the wave of growth. I think you call me a few times. We have a chat. We always share about my business. We have not seen, I cannot say that there's no slowdown, but there's always a lot of new opportunity on the horizon.
Yeah, so again, a big shout out, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
To Marrybrown and the entire team.
Thank you.
Yes.
In this process of this expansion and growth, which is amazing, was there a time that you had to unlearn some things and relearn new things?
I would say these few years through the COVID and crisis and up to the point here, this is the post-COVID period. And to be frank, we are a little bit away from the pandemic, but we're still feeling the impact. And what is the impact? And which is what Doctor mentioned, is that we have to unlearn that the traditional way, you have to sort of ditch it a little bit. And we have a lot of talk of digitalization, right, during COVID. And we were preparing for that throughout the pre-COVID, which is before 2020. We were doing, Malaysia, we're still not very good in delivery back then, or online payment, cashless payment, QR code scan and all this. Right after COVID, what happened? There was a report that came out last few weeks to say top 3 countries with the QR adaptation, Malaysia. It's amazing. We are a small country of 30 million population. We are adapting to QR menu, QR payment. I myself, I don't bring any cash out at the moment. My cash bank is my wife. She brings cash for me. So I think Malaysia adaptation, learning is very good. So unlearn, relearn, this is easy for us. We have a lot of management topics about unlearn and relearn new ways. So digitalization, transformation, I think the MDEC, the Gomin Singh, our minister, also mentioned a lot on that. We're pushing very hard with a lot of associations on business forefront. In Marrybrown, we adapt very well. We have our app, called Marrybrown app. A lot of customers went online to. And second thing, we use a lot of self-ordering kiosks, which I would say more than 60% of store ordering is through the self-ordering kiosk. Even at the front, at the post system ordering, they do not all use cash anymore. I'll say cash is like maybe 5%, very low. The other 30% or 40% is actually using touch and go, credit card, which is good. I think this is a way forward because I see in a broader way. If you have a young, because we do a lot of children business. If I have a kid, let's say 12 to 15 years old, I don't want the person to carry so much cash. Just give him a credit card, a phone, a card on the e-wallet, then they can pay, and I can track them. Right, this is one of the way. So this is all connectivity, and we see in digitalization a lot of convenience and a lot of data sharing as well, which is a good movement forward. So I would say Marrybrown is really, really front in terms of changes, adaptation, and I can share with both doctors. Marrybrown actually have a few more things up our sleeves. They're going to launch by end of this year and next year. Other than our drive-thrus that we have done last, I think, 4 years. We have more than 20 over drive-thrus right now in the country, in Malaysia. And we are doing very good sales and very good development. We're going to also adapt into more advanced tech other than the transformation.
Okay, so for now it's top secret.
We can't share too much, but I would definitely say one of it is AI. That one is AI is also on the topic. It's already partly inputted into our business system, where we are using AI to study our consumer pattern, spending behavior, and we are looking really, really deep into the algorithm of individual, for example, restaurant, state, region, on how the consumer behave. Because to be frank, you may like chicken, she may like rice, I like my curry noodle. So we have to sort of customize consumer experience. This is the new topic. That's what AI is about for retail. But I cannot share too much because I'm spilling all my company secret.
Okay, so the next round of legacy in motion, we'll have you again, when it's ready to launch.
More than happy to share once we launch.
Once we launch.
Sure.
Okay, so going back to with AI and this transformation that you're doing with understanding the consumer better.
Yes.
I just it dawned on me that it makes decision making easier.
Indeed.
Right?
But to be frank, if you are being given a wall of data, it's very daunting. Right. And you're like, where should we start from?
How do you process it?
How do you process it? And we have a lot of discussion on this one. Good thing is that because our team is very matured, 40-year company, even myself, I also know where should we start from. And fast food is all about young people, young family, young trendy sectors and all this. So we don't think it's a big issue for us.
And when you have, difficult decisions, perhaps you can share with us an example, a story whereby you have to make a difficult decision, and how does perhaps the family come together to reach such a decision.
You mean that the family to make a decision forward for the business, is it?
Correct, yes.
I will raise a interesting scenario where...
Because no AI there, right?
No AI. All human. Analog.
Yes.
So every few months we have a big discussion about which country or which market to penetrate. Nice. There's so many people asking me, recently I just came back from Papua New Guinea with my wife. Right. First time being to that part of the world. Interestingly, we met some Chinese, we met some Malay, we met the Malaysian High Com. We asked the Malaysian High Com, why are you guys here? I said, don't you know this is a very abundance of oil and gas and resources and minerals? We are in chicken, so we don't know anything about oil and gas. So then we realized the government is so in tune into that part of the world, the Pacific Islands. And then when we talk to them, the potential franchisees that we talk to them in Papua New Guinea even mention places like Solomon Island, Fiji Island, countries. Then we realized that, our world is so vast. You have to really broaden your view. And that's why when we have a discussion with the family, right? Good thing is my family is very well traveled. Okay. I said Papua New Guinea. Some people say, they eat people. I said that's an old story lah. Cannot everything talk about old story. I went there. It's actually very advanced and are doing very well. And the new government, they want to bring all this, want to improve their lifestyle, their education, their spending power and all this. So I bring Papua New Guinea on the table and talk to my family. I will discuss, do you think we should go? Then they will ask, how should we do it? What are the resources? Who should lead? How easy or how difficult to penetrate the market? These are common questions that we have to discuss, right? Because we have only limited time. To be frank, resources, even you don't have, you borrow, you loan, but time is always the main key thing that we talk about. So when we brought on the table, of course, if we, let's say I want to run Papua New Guinea, I'm very, adamant and say that it can work. There's a lot of positive growth there. I need to lead. If I lead, how am I going to do it? How much, end of the day, is about revenue. How much profit I can bring for the company. So I would not say it's difficult because my parents have been very open-minded and say, you guys have been, the three brothers or three of us has been in the business for some time. And they know that what we are doing. As long as we have a proper plan, things works and you can make money.
Yes.
Sorry, I do business have to make money lah.
Of course, yes.
Go ahead and do it.
Right.
Don't waste time. Don't waste time is always more important than resources. You can lose millions, but you can earn it back. If you lose time, you cannot earn back time.
Exactly.
So that's always the key factor that we discuss. And that's the reason why the 16 countries that we are still holding on, one of it, if you don't mind me sharing,
Sure, go ahead.
UAE, Dubai have signed a second round of franchise. So our franchise is 15 years international. So a few years ago, they sent the son, the second gen, that came and see our eldest brother, Dato' Joshua. And we signed with them. We're very happy. We shake our hands. And now the second gen is running the Dubai and Marrybrown. So they also believe that time is well spent.
Right.
We also believe our time is well spent. So this is something that we always work on. That is always on the table.
Okay.
And continuing this question,
Yep.
what are the values that's driving this? Your values that was brought down from the first generation and that is...
Do you mean the
there now.
business or family?
Both business and family.
Well, let's make it generic. So our founders are very active. For many years, when we first came in up to the point where we are now, they always say the same thing. When we do business, must be a business where you can go to sleep at night in peace.
Nice.
Which means no cheating, be transparent, be honest with your partners, be honest with your team. No under table, over table, that kind of nonsense. Do business in all honesty. Give your best. Because we are doing franchising. Basically, franchising means that we have also normal restaurant customers. We also have investor. It's also my clients.
Yeah.
So we have to treat them with respect.
Yes.
Again, go back to the word honesty. Once you have achieved that kind of level of trust, it's easy to do business. I just give you a call. I may need you to maybe invest 50K for new equipment. Our franchisees are okay. Because they trust that there's a reason that we make certain decisions. So that is what our founders, our parents have been teaching us. When you do business, don't make sure you do all your best. Make sure that everything is in good faith. It's always a win-win. If you decided one day you want to win all, that means you are wrong. Business must be always win-win. And good thing about coming back to being a Malaysian, we understand culture, we understand each other's background. So when we go overseas, right, we talk to Arabs, we talk to the Australians, we talk to the Maldivians, even the Africans in Tanzania. We can connect. Because we all grew up in difficulty, we all grew up in not an easy environment. And we know that building from scratch, and you also mentioned about fighting with big competitors and fast food. So we know that when you grow to a certain point, you have to have a good relationship with your partners. And honesty is a very good criteria in doing business. So we have been doing that for some time. I don't think we have intention to change it. So far, our partners are very comfortable with us. And we always build a relationship that is so well, it can be like a family kind of oriented level of trust.
Yes, I'll ask one question.
Sure.
And as you're talking about your family and how important trust is and how important it is with integrity and honesty, somehow what flashes in my head is a picture of you that I see on social media or your WhatsApp, if I'm not mistaken, of you as a young boy, with a chicken in your hand.
Yeah.
Pushing your mouth.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can share with us, what's the story behind that and that nostalgic thing that you can share with us?
When we grew up we built a business in Johor Bahru, right? My parents, they have dig out their fortune to pour into the business. And back then, my dad don't really have a lot of money or resources. When they want to do a photo shoot to do like a poster is, they wanted, so they brought the twins along.
Okay.
I'm part of a twin, so my twin brother David and I went to a photo shoot, which is my dad's friend. So apparently I'm better looking lah. I'm not too sure whether it's a good thing for my brother. So we did a few tests. So that was one of our first poster that we used to promote our restaurant. So we really literally grew up from nothing.
Right.
We tried our best. We tried we set up the business, which my parents set up the business. They tried their best, and then grew it to this stage. So we do see that you have to endure the journey. You have to be resilient, and you have to understand that it is not easy, but good things will happen when you run through it.
Right.
And I think this is also one of the Malaysian spirit. Just now I was talking about Papua New Guinea, right? Actually, I meet some Malaysians there. Some of them are even there for 40 years. I say, why are you guys 40 years here? I say, it wasn't easy. But after a while, it was easy. Because we adapt to it, the culture, and we can make money and living. So we stay here. So I think Malaysians are one of the most resilient people in the world. That's what I would see.
Yeah.
So, what is your all-time favorite Marrybrown menu item?
Oh, there's quite a few. Of course, I can name what my common items are. I like my nasi lemak. There's something called the nasi ayam. Why nasi lemak and not nasi ayam? Just to share. Our rice is actually fragrant with our own recipe and seasoning. So the nasi lemak, the rice actually with coconut flavor and coconut milk. The nasi ayam is actually a chicken rice flavored rice. These are two very distinctive rice that we are selling in Marrybrown, which all our customers, if you are my customer, I'm sure you are aware, you will go for that kind of flavor. That's why I'm going for the rice. I'm a rice guy. I still have my rice every day. I cannot live without rice lah.
And chicken.
And chicken. Actually, also cannot live without sambal also lah.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I go overseas, I bring I always ask my wife to bring a sambal with us. It's on our culture and blood.
Exactly.
You can't live with it without it. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. It does. Very mouth-watering answer.
Thank you.
So we've known each other for a couple of years,
Yes.
Michael, and I must say that ever since I got to know you, I started eating Marrybrown.
Oh, thank you very much. I did a very good job on conversion.
Yes, conversion,
yes.
exactly. So Michael, I being with Marrybrown since young, right? You were exposed to the business since
We
young.
grew up with the brand.
Yeah, right. So looking forward, say 10, 20 years, 30 years down the road, how do you envision Marrybrown to be in the next, say, 30 years?
Where we will be in 10, 20 years, right? I feel that we will be, first of all, we'll be in more countries because we are doing franchising, right? So going to other countries through the franchising route will not be an issue. There will be more and more demand for alternate brand choice for fast food. I cannot say that.
Say that again?
Alternate brand choice.
Okay, brand choice. Okay,
And the world is moving forward to this. I'd like to quote a few things. Why I mentioned alternate brand choice, as we know, after COVID, consumer behavior shifted. They call it a paradigm shift. And we say the word paradigm shift does not mean you shift 5 to 10%. It's literally like half the globe away. The term half a globe away, actually it means we are focusing on the Asian market right now. Other than whatever is happening on the trade war right now.
Right.
Half the globe away, meaning that a lot of the investments, the attention, case in point, K-pop. K-pop is like a dominating, somebody just told me the other day that Lisa is performing in Coachella or something. I have no idea what is it, but the young people know, the old people know, the Caucasians know, the Asians know. So it's all Asian influence, K-pop influence, Asian influence. So the food is that. Would you think about 20 years ago, there is influence in, let's say, Korean cuisine? No. Back 20 years ago, you talk about Japanese and Thai maybe, and a little bit of Chinese, right? Right now, we're talking about Korean influence, Korean chicken, Korean hot pot. and they're going for halal hot pot, halal Korean cheap food, minus the Korean beer. So I think that the world have changed. We are in the right time, in the right spot. I have the right brand,
Right.
is a fast food chain, and I have the right background. Malaysia brand is known for what? Cultural melting pot mah. You want Chinese food, Indian food, Nyonya also can give you. So I think that we are in the right time. So the Asian influence is here. So with that, I've spoken to the family as well. We have a lot of plan forward. Actually, we plan like 20, 50 years because we have a third generation in our, we have grandkids, and all
Yes.
this. So we are thinking where we will go. There's nothing to stop us for the next 20 years. I would say that, the China is improving. There's also a lot of influence. We also do business in China. We open in Xinjiang. We have a few more states that myself and my wife and my brothers have to go and visit to expand, like Xi'an and all this. We're also going to places like, India is open up the market. They want to be very middle income.
Right.
That's where all the buzz is about. And with India being a middle income, they want to have, again, alternate brand choices. And there's a lot of reason for that. Because Asian companies, Asian brand understand the consumer much easier. This is not discriminating the Western side, by the way.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
being honest to say, we really do understand them better. If us a Malaysian go over, for example, Marrybrown, right? I do have a lot of colleagues that understand Indian culture. Plus, I got a lot of Indian colleagues. So I do have an advantage. Why can't I do business in, let's say, India, Pakistan, Sri Lankan? It's okay, no problem for us. And on top of that, last few years, myself and my family, we visited Japan. If you know Japan, halal, will you work there? Surprisingly, these 2 years, yes.
Yes.
There's actually something called the halal tourism. I'm not so sure whether
Yes,
the doctors
yes,
are aware.
yeah.
So what halal tourism means is that a lot of countries have started to promote halal food, and it's government and city level. That is a very big thing. For example, in Bangkok, 2-3 years ago, I went to Bangkok. Not a lot of those street food out there, right? When I go many years ago, street food is always pork here, pork there.
Right.
I'm sorry that.
Yeah.
But now, one session pork, one session halal. Very distinctive.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm a Malaysian. I appreciate that you recognize my my countrymen. I have a lot of Muslim friends.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can bring my colleagues there, Bangkok and eat any food. So the world is moving such a way. The globe is moving such a way. The attention is moving away. I think Asia will be the rising dragon. I think the old word is called rising dragon.
Correct, yeah.
It's coming back. We are in the right place. So one day, maybe a few years down the road, I may talking to you, a new millionaire here, a new millionaire there. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys will be on board lah.
Yeah. As a franchisee.
Why not? Now is the right time.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes, yes.
With so many outlets being open,
Yeah.
I think that is extremely insightful. How Michael actually looked at the Korean rise, right?
Yeah.
The whole K-pop and the food, and that actually is a huge shift.
I can back that statement up by, we have like I think 3 Korean promotion in Marrybrown. All 3 are doing fantastic. And they came to us and say, one of the reasons why I like your Korean food, I mean, there's so many Korean food out there. Is Marrybrown Korean promotion because Marrybrown is recognized as a safe halal brand. Very safe,
Yeah.
100% halal. That is what makes us happy. I make you feel safe, then I'm so happy lah as a brand operator.
Yes. Okay. So, you have any?
Well, Michael, I guess before we end this podcast session, would you like to share anything else, to the audience?
All right.
Yeah, about
Marrybrown?
Marrybrown, about franchising.
Sure.
Yeah, and so on.
Just a short one. We are definitely growing quite exponentially, but we're also doing such a way that we must benefit our customers and also benefit our investors as well. We're doing such a way that we are building a system that is ongoing improving. Everything's online right now. To be frank, sometimes I can be away for 2-3 weeks. The phone is on, is enough. Not even a laptop. As long as I have my phone, I can work. So this is a new world of doing business. As long as you trust the brand, the system, and our franchising provide the best support we can. And we actually been coined a few names by the ministry, including the number 1 fast food brand in Malaysia. by the government because we are local fast food brand. And that's why they call us, of course there's many fast food brands,
Yes.
but because we are from Malaysia, they are very proud and they say you are the Malaysia
Number one.
fast food brand.
Yeah,
that is
fast
very
food
important,
brand.
you know. And we were also given the right to use the title made in Malaysia for the world. We are very proud.
Yes,
You know, you can
yes.
represent a country. I'm not a government official, but I represent a country also. I feel proud, right?
I'm listening this and I'm very proud.
Yeah. We should be proud of our where we are, where we are from. You know, the food represents also a big thing in our life, right? Because we eat so many, 3 meals a day. You know, there's so many interaction, throughout the day. Food is always there. If you trust the brand, trust the food, then you should be in the business. Maybe you can think about my franchise one day. Sorry.
We have to start putting money.
Yeah.
Yes.
This podcast can end up in a very good investment scenario.
Yes, definitely. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Okay, so thank you, Michael, so much for making time for us. And this is Legacy in Motion with Michael Liew, Malaysia's #1 fast food brand, Marrybrown. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, doctors. Thank you.